What's up guys, it's CartridgeKit, and today I'm going to be showing you the best speed cubes of 2021. Okay, I guess we're doing this again. Let's just get into it. You guys already know the deal from last year. The best speed cubes of 2021 with a little help from my friends. So without further ado, let's just get into the events. So starting off with 2x2, we have two cubes on the list this year. The GAN 251 Leap and the Dian Tengen V2. So the Tengen V2 will be presented by CubingTube and the GAN 251 Leap by me.
What's up YouTube, I'm CubingTube, and I'll be giving my thoughts on the Dian Tengen V2 2x2. In my opinion, this cube is the best on the market. It pretty much has no lockups or catches, unless my turning is very inaccurate, but most of the time, I do not experience any lockups or catches. Out of the box, it's very dry, sandy, fast, stable, and snappy. Unlike its predecessor, the Tengen V1, it doesn't really have a soft feel. The cube comes with 3 different magnet settings. The way you adjust the magnets is similar to a spring compression system, where you put the tool onto the centerpiece and twist it counterclockwise. Overall, this cube is really good. I would recommend it to pretty much everyone as long as it's in your budget. If $25 is too much for you to spend on a 2x2, then I'd recommend the Chi MS. But other than that, that's all I would like to say on this cube. See you guys next time. Peace out.
The GAN 251 Pro is definitely one of the best cubes of 2021. You can customize the magnet strength, the tension, and elasticity, but it is very expensive. It comes in 3 versions, and I only believe that 2 are good, but the Leap is definitely the best version. Here I have the GAN 251 Pro, and it's pretty good, but it lacks some stability. But with the Leap, you have more magnets, which has a more stable feel. But yeah, this cube has really nice turning, and if you can afford a $40 2x2, I would recommend the Leap. But there are other 2x2s that can perform similarly for a lower price, but I still use this cube as my main since I can get pretty good times on it. So yeah, that's the 2x2 section of this video, and now let's get into the biggest section, the 3x3 section. So 2020 was very influential on budget cubes, but in 2021 we didn't get that many budget cube releases. But the best budget cube of 2021 is definitely the RS3M 2021. This cube returned maglev to the cubing scene, and it's relatively inexpensive. It's only $14, and it's a very good performing cube. This puzzle is going to be presented by Casey. They have a very underrated channel, so make sure to go check them out. And yeah, let's just get into the RS3M 2021.
Hey y'all, I'm Casey. The choice for best budget 3x3 has to go to the RS3M 2021 edition, which has maglev instead of springs. They make the cube a bit heavier, but the cube is also faster, and I found that maglev makes the tension adjustment system just work better. It's basically an upgraded version of the 2020 edition, and for the price, it's absolutely a steal, and in my opinion, it should be every new cuber's first speed cube.
Now this year for flagships, we got a ton of cubes on the list this year. This year we saw a lot of advancements in flagships. For example, cubes with adjustable magnets and a dual adjustment system, all for under $25. So to start off the flagship section, we have a brand new cube released by YJ, and it's called the MGC Evo. This puzzle is only $25, and it has some pretty cool adjustment systems, so let's check it out. This cube is going to be presented by my friend Andy Mock, and let's just get right into it.
What's up everyone, Andy here, and let me just talk about my thoughts on the MGC Evo. Similar price as the WM 2021 and Tornado V2, the latest flagship from YJ has 66 adjustable settings, 11 tensioning settings, and 6 magnet settings. MGC Evo is fast and smooth. It has a steady feel. It is quite effortless to turn, and it is too fast that I couldn't control it for a while. This is due to the anti-sticky design, and you have to put a huge amount of fake lip to slow it down. Another thing that is worth mentioning is the frosted plastic. Numerous cube drops may result, and that's why I don't make this puzzle. Thanks for watching.
So next up on the list, we have the X-Men Tornado V2. This is a very good puzzle for an affordable price, but I don't want to spoil it. Let's just give it up for JF Cubing to talk about the Tornado V2.
What's up everyone, it's JF Cubing. Let's talk about why I think the X-Men Tornado V2 is one of the best releases of 2021. First of all, the value of this cube is just... it's amazing. You get a really solid performing cube with a bunch of customization features and accessories, all for just a low price of $25. The cube feels super smooth and fast. If anything, it kind of reminds me of an older GAN cube, like a GAN X or a 354M. Honestly, I was not expecting it to feel that way at all when I unboxed it. Like, it kind of took me by surprise. It's probably one of the best feeling 3x3s I have ever tried. Okay, let's talk customization for a second. On this cube, you're able to adjust both the tensions and the elasticity using just one easy-to-use system. There's 5 settings, 1 is the weakest and 5 is the strongest, and this goes for the magnets too. The performance and the customization of the Tornado V2 really changed the market for mid-range cubes. We saw that happen shortly after the Tornado V2's release with the WRM 2021, my current main, and all I can say is I'm looking forward to seeing what Chi does with their future releases. Anyways, that's it for me. Thanks so much to Cartridge Kid for having me on, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Now this next cube on the list, I love it so much that I have 3 of them. And you already guessed it, this cube is the WRM 2021. Now the person talking about this cube, he needs no introduction. Here is the one and only cube head to talk about the WRM 2021.
Yo, what's up guys? I'm in New York right now. This is my hotel room, so hi. I'm gonna talk about the WRM 2021 and why I chose this cube for the YouCube. Because as you know, the YouCube is my favorite cube with my favorite setup. So why is it my favorite cube, you know? It has dual adjustment system, okay? Yeah, check the box. It has a dual adjustment system. It has adjustable magnets, which I missed in the 2020 version. It has that. Check the box. And it has one of the best performances you can find in a cube. Like, it does everything. It is super smooth, it is super enjoyable to turn. I like the shades, I like pretty much everything about it. And it has insane value. I think the value is what made me love this cube this much. Because perhaps, again, 12 Pro is better for some people. Perhaps. But that cube is $70. This cube, I don't know what the light version is actually. It's like $27 maybe? 23? I have no idea. I should know. I do not know. So yeah, for the price of this puzzle, which I do not know, I don't think you find anything else out there. You have the Tornado V2, but I don't think the performance of that cube is equal to this one because, you know, I can rely on this, okay? I don't need to think. I can just turn as fast as I want. I love it. Favorite release of the year. Peace. See you in the next video. This is not even my video.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, mass-produced maglev cubes are becoming more common, and MoYu also released a maglev version of the WRM 2021. And here to talk about that is the New Zealand national record holder for single and average, Adrian Avre-Martin. And yeah, let's just get into that.
I think that the purple maglev worm 2021 is one of the best cubes of this year. The cube is very fast, but also has strong magnets, which makes a delightful, crispy, crunchy experience. Also, unlike some GAN cubes, the magnets don't hold back its ability to do M slices fast. But of course, the best part of this cube is that it's purple.
Now speaking of maglev, another big release that happened with maglev this year is the GAN 12 maglev. Coming in at a hefty $78, is this cube good and is it worth it? Well again, he needs no introduction. Please welcome on Tingman to talk about the GAN 12 maglev.
This is the GAN 12 maglev, and it is a surprising cube. I'll give you 3 reasons why. Firstly, it's actually a step up from the 11. Like, it's not just a little incremental thing. Like the magnetic levitation system, it's not original, but it is pretty unique. Second reason, there's only 2 versions, the maglev and the leap. And I don't know, maybe I expected more because of previous years with, like, you know, soft coating and UV and all that stuff. I don't think I liked the fact that there just were fewer options this year. And the third thing that surprised me is that despite having done, like, now, I don't know, quite a few hundred solves with these cubes, I'm still finding myself going back to the 11 again and again. Maybe I'm secretly waiting for, like, the 13 to come out, or, like, for different versions and stuff, but yeah. Is it a good cube? Yeah, it really is. But it's surprising.
As he mentioned, this cube has 2 versions, and besides the maglev, there's the GAN 12M Leap. And in my opinion, this is the better version. To talk about the GAN 12M Leap, I have my friend Elijah, also known as Cubing in the Rain. So yeah, big thanks to him for joining, and let's just get into it.
Hey guys, Elijah here. Today I'm going to take a look at the GAN 12M Leap. This is actually a really good cube, and I think it is an advancement from the 11M Pro, but I don't know if it's worth the money. It's a very expensive cube, coming in around $67 US, but the cube does perform very well. It lacks a bit of corner cutting, but the turning is really smooth, and it has a ton of adjustment options, including magnets, spring tension, and overall tension of the cube. I would recommend this cube if you want a GAN cube that can be your main for a very long time, but if you're not looking for that, then I would go for something else.
Now, all of the flagships on the list this year have all been released in 2021, but as I've mentioned before on this channel, old speed cubes can still compete in 2021, and that's why newer is not always better.
And that's why my pick for the best 3x3 in 2021 isn't a cube from 2021. In fact, this cube was released all the way back in 2019. I am talking, of course, about the original MoYu Weilong WRM 3x3. Newer iterations of this cube, namely the WRM 2020 and the WRM 2021, are very good cubes, but I still prefer the original. And it's not just me. World-class solvers such as Timon Kolaczynski and Luke Garrett have used this cube this year to achieve amazing results, such as Timon's 4.11 European record single and his 5.54 European record average. For me, I enjoy the turning and feel of the WRM 2019 much more to newer flagships like the GAN 12 Maglev and the WRM 2021, which often have much higher levels of speed and lower levels of controllability. Overshooting and lockups are very rare on this cube compared to others like the WRM 2021, and this makes the WRM 2019 much more reliable to me compared to other cubes. And the original WRM 2019 will always be my go-to cube because of its satisfying turning feel, stability, and most importantly, reliability.
So yeah, thank you so much to MCubers for talking about the WRM 2019, and that's going to conclude the 3x3 section. So to start off with 4x4s, we have the YJ Mini 4x4, also known as the Zhilong 4x4. I didn't include this last year, but then when I actually tried it out, I realized that it's super duper good. It's 56mm, which is the size of a 3x3, but it's super good. It feels like a top-of-the-line flagship puzzle, but it's still very inexpensive, and it's one of my mains. I switch between this and the Aosu WRM. The turning is fast and crisp, and if you're on a budget and have small hands, I would really recommend this. So the next cube on this list for 4x4 this year is the X-Man Ambition, and that's going to be presented by Cubing for Fun. He has some really good content, so make sure to go check out his channel, and let's just get into the Ambition.
Hey guys, it's Cubing for Fun, and I'm here to talk to you about the X-Man Ambition 4x4. The X-Man Ambition is a really great 4x4, and I think it's one of the best 4x4s on the market. It's currently my main for 4x4, and I really love this cube. I'm not great at 4x4 average, a little over a minute, but I can say that this cube does perform very well. It has pretty good corner cutting, and most important to me, it has a really nice feeling. It's super smooth, and it's unlike anything I've ever felt before. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about this cube, and thank you so much to Cartridge Kid for having me on this video.
So yeah, thank you to Cubing for Fun for talking about the Ambition. Now for 5x5, my choice is pretty much the same as 4x4. It's the YJ Zhilong Mini 5x5. This puzzle is 58mm, I believe, and it feels just like an MGC 5, but for half the price. And I have pretty small hands, so this puzzle feels really nice for an affordable price as well. And again, if you have small hands and want a cheap but good 5x5, I'd recommend the Zhilong. Now the next 5x5 on this list was also on the list last year, but it's still relevant, and it's going to be presented by my good friend Rom the Car. Yes, I said the car. He's helped me a lot with this video, so huge thanks to him. Make sure to go check out his channel. And yeah, let's just get into the MGC 5.
Hey guys, Ram here. Despite being released last year, the MGC 5 is one of the best 5x5s on the market and the best one out there in my opinion. It has fast yet controllable turning, and it is very affordable. It is currently my main along with many top solvers, and I like it more than the Volk 5M and the Ouchwong WRM.
So yeah, thank you so much to Rom for talking about the MGC. Now in my opinion, the best 6x6 and 7x7 hasn't changed since last year. It's definitely both gotta go to the MGC. Now these cubes aren't perfect, there definitely are some lockups, but they are big steps up from past 7x7 hardware and 6x6 hardware. I don't really practice these events and I'm pretty garbage at both, but these are my mains for both of these events, and I think they are the best option to choose in 2021. These cubes are used by world-class solvers and they're super duper good, and they're not as expensive as other magnetic 7x7s and 6x6s, which is a common pattern with the MGC line. Great performance at a low price. So yeah, that's gonna complete the end by end section for this video, and let's get on to side events. So starting off with Square One, the best Square One of 2021 is the MGC. After being teased for a year, there was a lot of hype around this puzzle, but did it live up to the hype? To talk about the MGC, we have the Square One NAR average holder, Max Xiao. Let's get into it.
Hey everyone, I'm Max, and I believe that the MGC is, without a doubt, the best Square One on the market by far. The UND layers are super quick, and the slice is very controllable. It also has unprecedented corner cutting, making my turning incredibly fluid and allowing me to get consistent results in competition, most notably my 637 NAR average and my recent 476 single. Its only flaw is that it's difficult to set up. There's a really fine line between the MGC being too tight and too loose, so tensioning the cube is a bit nitpicky. Furthermore, I feel like it eats up lube. You could set this cube up extremely well, but after a couple hundred solves, it'll start to feel dry, so you'd have to re-lube it periodically, more so than other puzzles. But even despite these flaws, I wouldn't enjoy this event nearly as much as I do now if the MGC never existed.
So yeah, that's Square One. For Skewb, the choice is pretty obvious. Last year when I had this puzzle on the list, it hadn't even been released, but the best Skewb of 2021 is definitely the GAN Skewb, the enhanced one specifically. With its core magnets, this puzzle has fast but stable turning. Even though my turning is garbage, I can still get pretty good times on this puzzle, and it's definitely the best option in 2021. Although this puzzle is really expensive, especially for a Skewb, it's definitely the best on the market, and it'll be your main for a really long time. Moving on to Pyraminx, this puzzle is actually pretty budget. Right here I have the GAN Pyraminx, and that puzzle's like $40. But the best Pyraminx of 2021 was used to set the world record, and it's really inexpensive. And that puzzle is the Yushin Little Magic, and here to present that is Steven Winteringham. You may know him from Steven's Pyraminxes. He's released setup versions of the GAN, the Mr. M Pyraminx, and the Yushin Little Magic. So yeah, without further ado, let's give it up for Steven to talk about the YLM.
Hi, I'm Steven Winteringham, and I'd like to tell you about the Little Magic Pyraminx M. This puzzle is great for a couple of reasons: performance and price. At $7.99, the stock version needs a bit of work, but it becomes fast, smooth, and controllable after tensioning it and adding a bit of weight 5. The Little Magic doesn't feel as nice as the GAN, Bell V2, or MP, but my times are much more consistent with it than with any of those. If you don't mind spending a bit more to have a great experience out of the box, I'd encourage you to check out my setup version called Steven's Little Magic. It's still only $15.99, and it was used to set the world record average.
Now for Megaminx, the choice is also pretty obvious. The best Megaminx of 2021 is definitely the Diane V2. Here's Dylan Bomback, also known as Oxawaki, to talk about the Diane V2.
The Diane Megaminx V2 is one of the two best Megaminxes on the market today, alongside the YJ Yoo-Hoo V2. It simply comes down to personal preference and price as to which one you get. The Diane is very light at only 99 grams compared to the Yoo-Hoo V2's 172 grams, and it's quite small at just 59 compared to 73 millimeters. Additionally, the Diane Megaminx is very fast and crisp out of the box, and it stays fast, unlike my experiences with the Yoo-Hoo V2. The Diane also has a smooth exterior compared to most Megaminxes on the market. It only has dimples on the corners instead of pronounced sculpting as seen on the Yoo-Hoo V2, though this hasn't seemed to affect my grip too much. If I could improve anything about this Skewb, I would actually add more defined ridges, and I would make it a bit bigger because sometimes I feel it's a bit too small. But overall, this Skewb's lightweight and lasting speed make it an easy main decision over the Yoo-Hoo V2. But if you have bigger hands or don't want to spend the $33 for the Diane V2, you can't go wrong with the $13 Yoo-Hoo V2.
The Diane V2 is pretty expensive, so if you're really on a budget, the YLM V3 might be for you. And to present the YLM V3 is Alexander Vucic, the Megaminx OCR and NR holder.
Okay, let's talk about the YLM Megaminx. The YLM Megaminx is one of the best Megaminxes on the market. It's really cheap, and it does require a lot of stuff out the box. To be fair, it is a budget cube, and the tensions were not too great. They're uneven, and I was lucky enough to get a reasonably good tension setup. What I set up with was Silk, Mystic, and BNM37. This is a very cheap cube, which is really nice, and I do recommend it to high-end Megaminxers who would take the time to set it up. That's my review. Bye.
Now the choice for best clock of 2021 is obvious. It's still the Chi clock, and I want to pass it off to my good friend Carter Cubes to talk about the Chi clock. Make sure to go check out his channel, he makes some awesome content. And yeah, let's just get into the Chi clock.
Hey guys, it's Carter Cubes here. I really love the Chi clock. And no, it's not because someone got it for my birthday. It's because the Chi clock is the best clock on the market. I own a Shengshao Anno now, and I can tell you that this is the best clock on the market by far. If you do clock and you don't own a Chi clock, then you are doing a disgrace to your own event. I can understand how setup Wing Owls or Shengshaos could be better than the Chi clock. However, out of the box, there's no doubt that the Chi clock is the best clock on the market.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This video has been a long time in the making, so I'd really appreciate it if you, like and subscribe, In all seriousness, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching to the end. And also, thank you so much to all the people who participated in this video. You guys did great. Make sure to go check out all their channels. Their links will be in the description. And yeah, thank you guys for all the support this year. And I can't wait to continue this channel in 2022. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.